Happy New Year, everyone. Hope you're all well. So, whew, the Christmas rush has all gone and is a distant memory. I do hope that you all had a wonderful time over the holidays and spent time with family and friends. I know it's quite precious, isn't it, this thing of time lately, especially if you're a busy kind of person rushing around and doing all the things for other people like I tend to do. So yeah, it's been quite a nice time to sit down and settle in with a nice book or a nice bit of stitching and that kind of thing. So let's talk about 2025 and what my plan is. I say plan, as always, it's the no plan. So I don't tend to set any kind of resolution because it's about an hour in and I've already broken it. So I can't see the point. But I do kind of go with intentions. And I got given by Heather a book, like a journal kind of thing, that goes along with kind of moon cycles and the cyclical things like the gardening and setting your intentions on a new moon, that kind of thing. I'm not going to go in and bore you to death, but it is a really lovely, it's called a moon journal, and I should have brought it with me, but I haven't. So what I've been doing is I started on the new moon, which was the 30th of December. So it's not like it is a year, but it's 13 moons. So I started it then and kind of set a few intentions that I want to be achievable rather than putting myself under any kind of pressure to have to do whatever it is, X, Y, or Z, whatever it is I've written down. So what I wrote down in one little bit about the business, which is this, which is my YouTube and my website and my in-person workshops and going to the big exhibitor things like the knitting and stitching. They're where I kind of focus my business intentions. So my first kind of intention I wrote down, which was about having a lovely community in YouTube and in my in-person workshops. I feel that I do have a lovely community, and there's no doubts about that in my mind. And I love to read comments and I love to chat with people, and it has been so inspiring for me. So that was my sort of number one intention, is to build on our community and our lovely positive community. And yes, sometimes I come on and I show up on the videos of the stitch alongs and I'm not entirely, let's say, I'm not entirely wanting to do it, but by the end of it I feel like I've released a lot of energy of pressure on myself and stitched everything away. So that's mainly is why I do them, because I kind of need a, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? I need to have a community out there, or with, because I work alone. I work with Heather, but I'm on my own at home. I tend to spend an awful lot of time by myself, and having you guys out there makes a world of difference, to be fair. So what I thought I would do is, that's my sort of number one goal, is kind of make a lovely community, and I think I'm achieving it, but I just want to make a safe space for people to come and have a chat. So I've written down a few little things that I thought I might do. I'm going to pop my glasses on because I can't read my own writing, and without glasses it'll be even worse. So I spoke about resolutions and intentions. Does anybody else do the resolutions thing? I'd like to know what you. No, let's go with intentions. What are you intending to do this year? I'd love to know. Write down in the comments what you're putting in. I mean, another one of my intentions is to kind of make time for myself. And although stitching is a fabulous hobby, it's also a business, and I tend to only stitch things that are for business of late. So I'm just going to try and make things for myself and make time for myself and do things that are for purely selfish reasons. So that being said, what I've had a little chat with Heather, and what I said to her was, I'm going to jump on the 25 in 25 bandwagon. And what I thought we could do is do a fortnightly, so every other week, video on something that is going to make our lives, my life, yours and mine, just nicer, brighter, more copeable, all that kind of thing. It might not be stitching involved. So it might be, I don't know, it might be walk around my garden. It might be a walk to, when I visit sort of a local house. My local sort of stately home is Chatsworth House. And I don't know if anybody here listening has ever been. The gardens are incredible. So I want to make time to do things like visit more RHS gardens and things like that. So that might be something that I take you along with. And so I'm going to do 25 different things. And the first one is going to be, and I am saying this out loud and putting it out to the universe, because then I will have to do it. Because I will procrastinate this. That was another one of my intentions, by the way. Stop procrastinating. That's already been broken. Is to sort out my workspace in here, my craft space, my kind of. I look into that side and I want to just. I look behind me and look to the side of me. What you can see. It's only that. Well, it's not even the half. This behind is, it's a lot of clutter, but it's my clutter and it's staying. But I've got things that have been piling up, projects that I've started and projects that I kind of are just nearly need to finish so they can get out to the universe on the website and, do some more in-person workshops, that kind of thing. I've got artwork that I'm doing for inspiration and collage that I'm doing for inspiration, all this stuff, and it's all around me, and it's not a great space to work in because I'm sort of getting I've got 2 tables and I'm slowly working in, so I've only got this much to do. So I will post the video for that on, what day did I say it was going to be? It will be January the 13th. So every other Monday evening, I think it'll be sort of 6 o'clock British time, British GMT or British sometime, whichever it falls in. I will post a video. So my first video will be of me tidying up this space, and I will be brutally honest and open about it. It is yeah, I'll take some pictures or some footage and I'll show you. If I'm brave enough, we'll see. Yeah, it is quite bad. So anyway, I'll move on from that because I don't want to get myself upset and overwhelmed about it, because it at this moment, as it stands in this room, it's not a place I want to come. So it's not conducive to being creative, basically. It's just not. So we'll draw a line under that. And so expect that. Once a fortnight, we're going to do the 25 in 25. It'll be projects, visits, whatever, shopping. I'm not doing shopping. I've decided I'm not. It's an intention. I'm going to use the stash I've got. So let's try and do that. Help me out there, guys. Please help me out. So the other thing, so tick that off. Spoke about that. I've got to keep myself on track so the video isn't crazy long. Is once a month on the last Sunday of every month, time to be kind of discussed. You give me some ideas. For me, kind of a Sunday evening, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, British GMT. I keep saying British summertime. I don't know why. We're in the blooming January in winter. Is probably where I think I'm looking to go. Just because when I used to go out to work, I used to spend virtually all Sunday evening fretting about going out to work, basically. I was a teacher, secondary school teacher. And anybody out there that's a teacher, kudos to you guys. I don't think I need to say any more. Yeah, and I used to spend a lot of my Sunday, sort of from lunchtime onwards, getting myself worked up about going to work on Monday, what would be there for me, even though I would have planned all my lessons for the week, probably for the whole term. I would still be getting quite anxious. So I thought, I feel like once a month would be lovely to get people together, all you lovelies out there, and let's sit and have a stitch, work on a project. It's not going to be me showing you what project to do. It's going to be me sitting and stitching on a project of my own. It might be something that I've purchased. I've got a quilt along that I'm 4 September, October, November, December. I'm going to be 5 months by January comes. Not even started it, and that's where overwhelm comes on in, isn't it? It might be that you bought a kit from me over Christmas, or and you want to sit and do that. I know a lot of my ladies who buy the kits. I'm saying ladies because it is quite a lot of ladies, and apologies for you guys out there. I think I mentioned that I was chatting to a guy at the Knitting and Stitching. He was absolutely lovely, and he bought a few patterns off me to do he was from Scotland, and I don't know where. If you're watching, whoever that was, hi, and get in touch and put in the comments. And he was going to do it in the offcuts of tweeds that he'd got. So I'd love to see that one. Anyway, I'm digressing. Don't let me do that. Get me back on track. Yeah, so last Sunday of every month, this is not going to be set in stone. It might have to change if something comes up. Who knows what's going to happen in the coming year. So that would be something that would be really lovely to do. And I did think possibly a Zoom call. The reason I say Zoom is so then we can interact with one another. If I do a live on YouTube, I can read the comments. I've never done a live. Maybe that's something I need to do. Never done a live. I can read the comments, but it's hard, isn't it? But that said, and my daughter she did have a good point. She says, but on Zoom, do you want 200 people all trying to talk at once? maybe not. I don't know. It's, again, pop in the comments what you might think might be a great idea. Don't know. So maybe live on here where we can read the comments and sort of interact. What's going on with my hair? Oh, it's like a mirror image, so yeah. I'm struggling to work out where things, yeah. Anyway, so let me know in the comments again. I'm waffling. What your thoughts are. I'm going to say thoughts, not opinions, because yeah, we know about those, don't we? Okay, so that is going to be once a month. So they're the two big things that I'm going to try to do to build the community on here. The other thing is, obviously, I'm still going to do the stitch alongs. I say obviously. I've not been very consistent this year, and that said, there were a good few big projects. So, and then lots of people joined in on the little scroll, which was absolutely lovely. And you've joined the Facebook group and started sharing pictures, because I struggle. This is one thing I struggle about with YouTube. You can't share picture. You can't share a picture in the comments, and I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. If there is any way to do that, but I do have the Facebook group, which is a closed group. It's not very big, but I notice people are sharing things. It kind of was a really strange space where nobody shared anything, only me. So, I don't know. So if you are interested, I think the link's down in the description. Pop and have a look in there. Yeah, so right. I'm digressing again. So yeah, stitch alongs, there will be regular. And what I thought was I could break it down into 4 big-ish, not big, 4 main projects. So kind of seasonal, but not seasonal. I'm going to go, I'm going to go with what my gut feeling is and sort of think, right, this is going to be, this will take us this length of time. I don't want it to be a year-long project because I don't want to put pressure on myself and I don't want to put pressure on you guys. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are doing like 52 one every week. So that's I kind of want to avoid that kind of pressure for myself to come up with something. That's purely selfish reasons. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of you that can respect and understand that kind of mentality, and that's absolutely fine. I'm going to do that. I'm just going to do what makes me feel comfortable on here, and absolutely love that. If I have an idea, you guys go with it. And you support me and you support other people, and I love that. And that's the kind of community I want to build here, a nice stitching community. But hopefully that's my sort of intention with this channel for this year. So that said, not sure what date I'm going to start that. I'm going to try and that will be a weekly thing, hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm just kind of getting my head into it and see where and what I'm, I don't want to give myself all these things that I've got to do. It just won't. I'm going to treat myself to a better kind of out and about camera. I'm just having a little look. If anybody's got any suggestions on a reasonably priced kind of camera, because I know I've got my phone, but sometimes, although the camera on the phone is great, sometimes it's a bit wobbly and a bit shaky because I've not got the. So I'm going to have a look. Suggestions in the comments. It'd be great if you've got something, or you know of somebody that uses something that's kind of, because that's one thing I feel like I get, and I also get really embarrassed out in public talking to myself. And do you know what? I don't know why, because I see these younger generation, and they're all chatting away and doing their, selfies and getting all position all right and everything, and they've got nobody's looking at them apart from me thinking, "Oh, I wish I could be that brave," but I'm not. And that's, it's one of the things that I want to be able to do better. So, right. So that's is that the three things? The 20 and 25, sit and stitch. I called it sip and stitch over Christmas, thinking, we'd have a tipple together, but yeah, it's probably not a great thing to come on live, is it? With your red wine. Although, what's her name? Kate, can't think, Katie something, Katie Hopkins. She does, doesn't she? I love her. She's, sloshing about the bit of is it Keith Floyd? Do you remember? If you're a Brit, you'll probably remember Keith Floyd, the chef. He was always a bit trolleyed on his programs on the BBC. So yeah, I won't be doing that. So yeah, so sit and stitch. So sit and stitch and the stitch alongs. I've spoken about everything, and it's been what? Oh my gosh, far too long. So hopefully you have enjoyed this video, and if you have, give it a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm. I have to keep saying it, apparently. And it's free to subscribe if you subscribe. It's not subscription puts the fear of God into people, I'm sure. Oh gosh, what I've got to pay, but you haven't. And I do have something called Super Thanks, apparently, which I should be apparently saying thank you for. I had no idea that was a thing. My daughter let me know on that one. So thank you. So all those things, all the above mentioned, and I'm going to go into I'm not, here comes the procrastination. I'm not going to go and start tidying up today because I've got to go and do something else. But I have a plan, and I will see you again soon, very, very soon. So whatever you're stitching, happy stitching. Oh, by the way, if you are after my SCHEEPJES wool, crochet cottons or cotton threads, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that the SCHEEPJES are getting all the colours in soon. The candy floss, I've had a delivery, and all those colours are now in the shop. I know I'm promoting. If you've not been to my little shop online, please go and have a little visit. But the sweet treats, which are the bigger balls, the thicker balls, I'm waiting on colours for that. So it is, pending. So yeah, as an aside, happy stitching, everyone. I'm now going. Bye bye.